I wonder why. What could be? Why would we be on early on a Monday? Foosball. So, so they're playing foosball. Wow. Who would have thunk it? What? Wait, no, 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 no. Come on, no. Those two words never go together. It's America's team. The team doesn't suck. They're if you ask any Cowboy fan, they've won 8 Super Bowls in a row already, and you know Dak Prescott is one of the elite quarterbacks in the league. Were you? No, no, no. Come on. They've got a front seven that rivals that of the '86 Giants, right? I mean, come on. I mean, like guys like Taylor and Carson, and I mean, whoever heard of those guys? If you've got what? Yeah, I mean, what? Come on, man. Come on. Why would you want Lawrence Taylor or Harry Carson when you got Leighton Vander Esch and what is it, Smith? When you got Vander Esch and Smith, why would you want Harry Carson or Lawrence Taylor? I mean, what? Nah. I would take Vander Esch and Smith over Taylor and Carson in 2 seconds, like that. Yeah. Am I am I just rubbing it in? Am I just rubbing it in? But you know what? They got something right though. They got something right. Out of, nah, out of all the football I saw, I swear, Mike McCarthy's the only one that wore his face mask, his face covering properly. Like he actually used it. Looks like we've got some visitors here, sir. And no one can hear you. You are not heard.
Now they can.
Ah, okay, we're good.
We rushed it. We didn't do a proper mic check. So
Oh, that's my fault. Someone might have misconstrued the time on the ad for air. So
okay,
maybe.
so I'm putting 50% of the blame on you.
That's the way it goes anyway here. I mean, I'm always going to get 50% of the blame.
Oh, I can give you 100% if it makes you feel any better. Yeah, you know what? It's all your fault, Brian. I'm blaming you.
I'm
But
getting
anyways,
100% now? It changed to
Yeah.
100%.
But anyways, so you know what happens whenever I screw up like that, right? This is what I do. So welcome, bounty hunters and Star Wars fans alike. It is All Fetts Are Off, your favorite Monday night show. I am Jason, the Tuscan Toast in Miami, Florida, and with me as always is Brian in San Antonio, Texas, the charismatic Carillion. There, done.
Wow. I have to put this out like YMCA.
All right, so we did
Good
the intro
grief.
twice, and everybody got to hear it at least once. So,
That's
you know what? Eventually, on this
how we do it here.
Star Wars show, eventually, Brian, we will begin to talk about Star Wars.
Well,
Eventually.
look, you got to, now that you brought it up, I mean, you brought it up.
Uh-huh.
So I got to give my little spiel on it.
About what, the Cowboys?
Yeah, last night's game.
Okay, yeah, please, because I mean,
I have to give my little spiel on it. So
because everybody on Facebook's gonna roast me anyway. So go ahead.
let's really think about this here. Now, as you know, because I had my shirt on last Monday,
Uh-huh.
I'm also a Cowboy fan. But what I'm not going to do, what I will not do, is I will not be like other Cowboy fans out there
Mhm.
that will just take a few months of the offseason that didn't even get a preseason and then look at the roster on paper and say, wow, like we're going to go 16-0 and we're just going to win it all. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to wait till I get some on the field play to make some assessments. And the assessments I've made from last night,
Is that
they're sobering. They're sobering. I mean, It literally took Los Angeles all but 5 minutes on the opening drive to let us know where the team is defensively, which is
Not
a
there.
lot of work to do. Now, the one positive was Alden Smith. That kid's ready to play. I loved his energy, considering how long he's been away from being on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I mean, he came off the ball quick. He pressured Goff quite a bit. Even got a sack in there, I'm sure, too. I know he definitely had one towards the end. But Alden Smith looks like he's gonna, as he starts to get his sea legs back and on being a defensive end, outside linebacker type role. It looks like he's really gonna grow quickly back into that. That's encouraging. Now,
well, I'm glad you're optimistic about something, Brian.
Now they are missing Byron at corner.
Well, they're missing a lot. They're missing a lot of people in their secondary right now. I mean, it's there were gaping holes in that defense, and not the good kind. So yes, there is a lot of work to do.
Last bit is their starting quarterback who wants $40 million.
Oh yeah, and they talked about that because they gave him the franchise tag. I said, hey, you know what, Dak? Go win a Super Bowl, or even go to the conference championship game. Let me
tell you, a $40 million quarterback when the score is 17-20, they find a way, despite botching a fourth and short call that might have been controversial. They find a way, despite that. And they find a way, despite one interference call that should have come back.
Absolutely, that was a garbage call.
A $40 million quarterback finds ways, despite those two instances, to get the game and pull it out.
And it didn't happen.
You want $40 million? That's what you got to do, man.
It didn't happen.
There's my little take on Dallas's game one. They got Seattle next. Basically staring 0-2 right in the face. You know, Russell Wilson's looking at the rest of the offense, and he's like, you know what, boys, we're going to take the week off of practice.
Yeah, and he's going to foam at the mouth as soon as he gets on the field, man. I mean, it's going to be a field day. It's going
to be a feeding frenzy. But, hey, that's, we got Monday Night Football tonight. It
should be fun. Should be a good game. We got Steelers-Titans.
And you got Denver and... Who's Denver coming?
I don't know who the second is in the doubleheader, but I like that they have one. I like that they have it on Monday nights, that we can start off the season with a doubleheader.
But as our esteemed Tuscan Toast mentioned, we are, in essence, a Star Wars show. So now that we've vented our problems on the Cowboys, now that we have that out of our system.
And now everybody on social media knows how disappointed we are and how heartbroken we can be about a Cowboys loss. But no one's going to care because everyone's a Cowboys hater anyways. But that's okay.
For those who are joining us on Facebook right now, possibly some for the first time maybe, because this is now our second show where we're multi-streaming.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitch. Yep.
So for those of us who need a little bit of background, we are a Star Wars podcast where we give you 60 minutes of your Monday with some Star Wars goodness is our goal. And as always, we want to thank those who give us a hand in doing so. So our thanks to Brianna Almaraz at the Bad Customs. And I've actually, you know what? Now that I bring that up, I got a couple of things that she did that people should, they're not Star Wars items, but still.
Oh, yeah?
It's exemplary. So I'd like to take a couple moments to show that off.
Let's see what you got, man.
So she did a couple of tumblers. And
for your favorite adult beverage.
That one of our listeners actually asked for.
Oh yeah?
So one is for like a
what does that
dance
say?
It's a dance company type thing.
Oh, okay.
So it says Dazzling Darlings.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty neat.
It's got all kinds of glitter going on. It's got the name on the back.
It's my favorite. Glitter.
It's a 20-ouncer.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's because it's a dance theme. It's all nicely glittered out
Uh-huh.
and everything. I don't know if I'm getting good angles on this.
It's all right. It's potato quality, but that's all right.
What's potato quality? What is that? What is that?
Potato quality. That's exactly what this is. It's potato quality. Come on, man.
Okay.
You're not a millennial? Come on.
No,
man.
I don't know what. Yes, I'm not a millennial. Wow, what do you know?
It's lit,
Yeah.
yo. That thing slaps. That's how the kids talk these days, man. You got to be in the now, Brian.
That thing slaps. What does it slap?
It slaps.
You're gonna make me start talking like Spock, man. What does it slap, and to what purpose does it slap?
We can talk about that offline. This is a family-friendly show.
Man, I'm not even gonna go there. You're always doing that about every other show, trying to bring up, and then it somehow, rather astutely, ends up in your side feed when we're trying to bring up web pages. But I mean, hey, that's a whole other.
Yeah, that was a mistake, but that's okay. We won't look up any aerodynamics tonight. I don't think we have the time. I don't think we have the time for it. What's the other thing? Is this Star Wars? Is this Star Wars themed?
No. This is unfortunately it's not. But
okay.
Still, it's very nice.
Okay.
And with baseball season going on,
is it really? I had no idea.
It's actually a
Oh, dude.
It's a baseball cup. What I really like about this is it's the whole take me out to the ball game deal there.
You got the stitching and the grain.
It's got like the double entendre of the cup. I mean, you got the feel of a ball with the stitches going on, but then you also got the feel of like a bat because the hardwood finish on the bottom, and then they also tack the names on the back in script. I mean, it
looks good, man.
It's really wonderful work. So if you guys like stuff like this, and they also do shirts at Bad Customs, and they also do all kinds of stuff. We heavily recommend that you guys go check out Bad Customs on Instagram, and we've got their Instagram information on our Twitch, and we'll be putting it also on our Facebook
YouTube,
here.
on Facebook, and
got it all over the place.
On the tweet pages and stuff like that, all over the place. But yes, definitely check
them out. If you need something, give them a holler. They get quite busy, as you might imagine, as things get closer to Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Oh yes, time to get spooky.
Christmas.
COVID
so
spooky.
have those ideas together for what you might want to do, so you get those in early.
Yep, absolutely, man. So, all right, well, let's talk a little Star Wars because
that's what we're here for.
We're a Star Wars show. Let's talk about some.
That's the rumor.
Let's talk about some wars of stars, and I've never seen one star fight another star in this entire franchise.
Stars.
What's the? Oh,
you're just doing Spaceball stuff now. That's what you're doing, right?
I love Spaceballs. Yeah, of course.
That's what you're doing. Wars of Stars. I mean, it sounds like a line from that flick.
Yeah, the Wars of Stars. What do they call it? How do you say it in Spanish? La Guerra de Estrella. So yeah, it's the War of the Stars. That's how you. So that's said.
Boom, stop. We meet for the first time, for the last time, from the first time.
At last, right? I don't remember. I
can't remember how it goes.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't remember exactly. I should know that movie by heart, considering that's like my comfort movie that I put on for background noise.
Yeah, the line I know by heart is when he starts talking about telling him who he really is.
Oh, I am your father's brother's cousin's sister's roommate.
Sister's former roommate.
Former roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Classic.
I miss Rick Moranis so much, and he actually came out on a commercial with Ryan Reynolds, two Canadians, eh? And I haven't had a chance to see it, but I just saw the memes. That's usually how I get all my news is through memes, or I find out what's happening in the world is through memes. Because unlike normal adults, I don't go and watch the news as often as I should. So everything is through memes. But I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to see what these two Canadians, eh? Have to say, eh?
Eh?
Eh? Hoser? All right, what do we? What
other hosers check it out, eh?
What are we talking about first? We were kind of chatting.
Eh? Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. We almost had another audio, but we're not.
Echo. Yeah. Okay. So the last time we had an echo, and this time we didn't have any audio from me. So the screw ups continue.
No. that was a.
Oh, these
that
are
was,
learning experience.
that was a
Happy little
hiccup, not a
accidents.
screw-up.
That's what they are.
That was a hiccup, not a screw-up. That was a hiccup.
So we were talking Daisy Ridley. Am I still getting it wrong? How do you say
Oh
it?
my gosh, you're still getting it wrong. It's Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley. That's exactly what I said the first or second time. I got it half right one time. She was on Kimmel, right? And
Yeah.
I want you to tell everyone out there what you told me, because this is going to fuel my argument.
It's
All right,
well,
go ahead.
it's not only going to fuel your argument, but
Yes,
it's
it is.
already
Yeah.
much to my demise. It's already what's the word? It's basically fanning the flame that's already been going around since last Jedi.
Basically, they had
Basically-
no idea what they were doing. They had no clue.
Can you wait?
They had no
this
clue.
this was my topic to start on. Can you
All
wait?
right, fine. Go.
I was-
Go. Tell everybody. Tell me. Are you gonna start? Go.
I
Hurry
was
up.
trying to.
Hurry up, Brian. Come on, man.
I'm getting ready to start. So, Daisy Ridley,
Ridley.
who plays the character of Rey
God, what the Misa saying?
That wasn't me. I swear.
in the sequel trilogy done by Disney, came on Jimmy Kimmel Live and basically kind of laid out exactly what happened developing her character along the three movies.
Okay.
And since she's the focal point of the movie, it probably would have behooved them to have done this in a logical, thought out, planned, organized fashion like most movies should do.
So in other words, they should have just had an
But-
idea.
But what ended up happening
Mm-hmm.
was, according to her,
Mm-hmm.
is they started with The Force Awakens, and J.J. Abrams went up to her and said, "Oh, hey, you're gonna have lineage to Kenobi."
Mm-hmm.
So she's thinking, "Oh my God, I'm gonna have a Kenobi bloodline. I'm gonna be connected to Obi-Wan."
Mm-hmm.
So she's thinking, "Oh my God." Then they get to The Last Jedi, and then they tell her, "Well, hey, it's just gonna be no one for you." So then she's thinking, "Okay, so it's just me. So I'm just gonna be me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna have to develop just Rey
Mm-hmm.
because it's just gonna be Rey."
Yeah.
Then they get to The Rise of Skywalker, and then J.J. Abrams comes back to her at the beginning and says, "Oh, by the way, you're gonna be Palpatine's grandbaby." And
Okay.
she's like, "Well, I'm connected to the Emperor." So she's thinking, "Okay, so now I've got a link to the Dark Lord of the Empire." And that was at the beginning there. But then, as they continued filming, then Abrams came back to her and said, "Oh, you know what? We're probably going back to just the Rey factor with no lineage. Probably going back to that, just letting you know. That high percentage chance we're going back to that." So then she's thinking, okay, so now I'm back to just Rey.
Mm-hmm.
Then as they got to the final few weeks of shooting, then he came back to her and said, "Oh, you know what? We're going to go ahead and run with the Emperor thing, with the grandbaby thing to the Emperor."
Okay.
So basically what she described on Kimmel was that it was all over the place.
Right. Okay. So now,
And now,
with all that
here
being
you
said,
come.
with all
Now,
that
here
being
you
said,
come.
yes, Brian, because
With all
you just cannot deny that they had no idea, no clue what they were going to do with it. Okay. Disney bought the franchise from Lucas, right? Cool. All right. It's like a dog chasing a car, right? I don't know what to do with it. It's awesome, right? Who said that? The Joker, The Dark Knight. So it's the exact same thing. Now that they have this big, beautiful, shiny baby, they really don't know how to raise it. I mean, is it going to be a boy? Is it going to be a girl? I mean, are they going to like sports? Are they going to like Barbie? See, I have no idea, right? So they did the exact same thing with Star Wars. The beloved franchise that we are actually doing a show for right now, Disney took, and they just went with it, right? Hey, we're going to make Episode 7. As soon as the deal was struck, they said they were going to do it. No planning, just, hey, Episode 7's coming out. Everyone's like, okay, cool, Disney, do it, go for it, right? We had no idea that they were just going to go in there, right? And Kathleen Kennedy was just going to say, hey, you know what? We're just going to make this movie. We're going to make it fun. We're going to introduce new characters, which is great. You need to do that. But you're not going to give them any kind of context. You're not going to develop their stories. You're not going to have any kind of like, oh my God factor. Yes, we did have oh my God factor, that fact that that Rey had lineage to the Emperor, but there was no foreshadowing of that in episode 7 or 8, but I hate 8 anyways, so I don't consider that a real movie or to be in existence anyways. So there was nothing kind of showing that she may be evil, that she could turn evil, that she could be a dark side, she could possibly be a Sith. Nothing like that at all, right? Because there has to be this personal struggle, right? There has to be this internal conflict between characters to give them depth. And they didn't really have that with Rey. Now, what would have been cool if like her and Kylo Ren hooked up, right? And then
they did
at the end, but then like we kind of
still hook up.
You know, I know, but it was at the end. It was like everything was done already. Like if they would have done that beforehand, like, oh, wait a minute, is Kylo Ren going to influence her to become part of the dark side, or is Rey going to influence him to be part of the light side? Who knows? That would have been great. I just came up with that, and I didn't even really think about it. Only maybe half my neurons were firing, which is maybe 50% more than what they normally do, anyways. And Disney in their infinite wisdom could not come up with that. They laid an egg with this, man. They laid an egg, and she's mad about it. She should be. This could have made her career for the rest of her life. So, you see what I'm saying, man? It's disappointing. I feel her pain, and now she finally came out and said it. And we just really don't know what's going to happen. I really don't think we're seeing this character ever again in with her and her interpretation of it. I don't think. Right?
Well, I mean, unless they do some kind of spin-off to Plus, I really don't know if there's any more to Rey's story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really a spin-off to Plus might be the only feasible way I could see it. I'm not sure that I want to see a 2-hour standalone only on Rey post Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if I want that, honestly, but I'm not too sure if the Kenobi angle would have worked. I mean,
well, it might have with everything that we kind of saw from Clone Wars, but you know,
that's the only avenue that it could have sprung from is his relationship with Duchess Satine. I mean,
right.
obviously it would have. Obviously, something took place between him and Satine that we had no idea about before Satine was killed. So, I mean, it's the only way it could. It's the only feasible way I could have seen it coming across. But again,
yeah. But I mean, still, it's that feasibility. But remember, we even talked about this. I think when episode 7 first came out, I'm like, who is this? Who is this girl? What is her ties to the Skywalker lineage? And then you said nothing. It's nobody. It's just a new generation of the Force. Well, that's boring. I mean, that's good for spin-off.
Wait
It's
a
good
second,
for
wait a second.
spin-offs.
Why would that be boring?
Because it is
Why would
boring.
why?
It's It's called the Skywalker Saga, Brian. Skywalker Saga.
No, they didn't do that until Rise of Skywalker was done.
Still, that's what it's called, right? Well, I mean, but now we know. I mean, now we know that they really had no plan, right? We know that the nasty secret's out. The dirty secret's out.
We now have the proof. I mean, because she went out and just put it out there that there was no real plan for her character, which it's disheartening to find out because I mean, obviously,
but it supported my theory. It wasn't really a theory. I guess it was just it was an assumption because of how bad episode 8 was. That was my assumption. I was like, Disney had no idea what they're doing. They had no clue. They just did it. And it's true. And it's true. There it is. My point is proven. So, well, whatever. She dropped a bomb, I guess, on Kimmel. Is that what we named it? Daisy Ridley drops a bomb on Kimmel Live. When you send me this stuff, I just copy and paste it, man. Yeah. All right.
the other thing about it is when George went into this, obviously he put a lot of copious planning into what he wanted for Anakin Skywalker.
Sure, of course he did. This is his baby. Why wouldn't he?
Which is why he called it all 6 of the movies his movie. That's why he did that.
Mm-hmm. And these last 3 were.
Well, again, I mean, you can just point back to the fact that even though he was approached for involvement, I mean, he offered it. He offered it, but it was not, how shall we say, received.
They said, hey, thanks, no thanks, go enjoy retirement. And now they're paying for it. Well, they're not. I know your justification. They made $1 billion, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It was still crap. Episode 8, you know what, but you haven't really fought me on that today yet. You haven't really fought me on that. So I think you're starting to agree with me.
No. I'm not going to lean I'm not going to lean towards your dark side notions just yet, my friend. We're not anywhere close to that.
All right.
We're not anywhere.
All right. John Lugo on Facebook, he's got a theory. He's been saying it for a while, so we're going to wait for him to come and say exactly what it is. But, in the meantime, this is cool, because of football season. And since I didn't do any of my fantasy leagues this year, who's going to be on our Star Wars fantasy teams? That's cool. That's a good. I like that. But
I got tempted. I have to admit, I got tempted. So I mean, for the last about, I guess 8, 10 years maybe. Maybe it's about 10 years that it's been going strong. But the whole deal with fantasy football, right? So I thought, what if you took that aspect, and what if you came up with like a fantasy football squad from Star Wars characters,
And you have them play football. I like it.
So the whole Oedipus of your fantasy football goal is points.
Yeah,
you're trying to get a maximum amount of points from each player, and then you have players at specific positions. You have your quarterback, you have your wide receivers, you have your running backs, then you have a tight end, then you have like one defense, and then you have a flex position is usually the way it goes.
Right.
So I thought, what if we pretty much chopped it up with what Star Wars characters we would like to plug into those spots.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Give them a wide receiver?
Let's just go position by position.
All right. Okay. Hold on.
What do you got going? What's this? What do you got going on?
I gotta write it down. I can't think. And
what do you mean you gotta write it down?
Yeah, man, I gotta write my stuff down. Come on. No soy inteligente or whatever. So okay. So we're gonna have a quarterback, right? We're gonna have 2 wide receivers, right? Running back.
2 running backs.
2 running backs.
2 running backs.
Okay, kicker.
Yeah, we're gonna have a kicker. Sure. Yep. That sounds great.
Flex and a defense.
Yeah.
All right. Right. That's what we're gonna have, right? Quarterback, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, kicker, flex. Oh, tight end.
Tight end.
Gotcha.
Gotta have a tight end.
Okay, I gotcha. All right. Okay. Okay, Brian, go first.
Well, for my quarterback,
I
think without question, my quarterback would have to be Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Ginobili.
Because you want your quarterback to be athletic, but in addition to being athletic, you want your quarterback to be able to...
And have a beard.
Level-headed decisions. And in addition to level-headed decisions, you want him to be highly intelligent. And then, coming in on the back end, you want him to have a beard just like Fitzmagic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your 2 wide receivers?
So my 2 wide receivers. So wide receivers, you want them tall. You want them fast.
Oh, and you want them to have a lot of drama.
A lot of drama?
Yeah.
Terrell Owens. Like Antonio Brown or what?
Antonio Brown, Terrell Owens. You want drama. So... All right,
adding drama, that makes it kind of interesting.
It does. It's because it's true.
Well, you know what?
I'll fill in
one receiver and you fill in the other one.
Okay.
So I guess considering those factors.
Drama.
I guess. I mean, it would be a female character. I'd probably put Aura Singh in one of them.
Okay.
You know, she's kind of tall, lengthy. You know,
Who?
Aura Singh, the bounty hunter, Aura Singh.
There you go. Gotcha.
She's tall, lengthy. She's got the lengthy arms.
Uh-huh.
And she's got those lengthy hands. And yeah, I mean, and she's got the drama factor because I mean she hates everybody.
Okay, so my second pick, all right, or who would be my pick for wide receiver, would be none other than Ben Swallow himself, Kylo Ren. Yep, the biggest baby out there. Oh man, he is emo to the max.
You got emo to the max with that.
Emo.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ben Swallow, super talented, fast, athletic, was a Marine. Hey, and he's emo. So there you go, Kylo Ren. So okay, cool. So you pick a running back, and I'll pick a running back.
So running backs, height really isn't an issue. I mean, if they're short, that's okay. But
Yes, it is okay.
You know, the thing about running backs is there's all kinds of different ones out there. I mean, you've got your short little scat backs that can kind of just scat behind the line of scrimmage and then make a hole and then bam, they're gone.
Uh-huh.
You got those little ones like that. Then you got the other ones who are tall and big and powerful but speedy. They got like the whole package. You got those running backs.
Uh-huh.
And then you got other running backs that are just big and they're just going to bull you out the way.
Right.
Like Jerome Bettis type guys. You know?
A Bam Morris type guy.
Yeah, or a Bam Morris type guy. Yeah. So you got those. So I think I would want just the Bam Morris, Christian Okoye, bam you out of the way type dude. I think that'd be the one I would do. So considering that, I think my probably be. I don't think it's even going to be like a human character. I don't think.
It doesn't have to be. This is Star Wars.
So we don't have to. It don't have to be human. We can do.
Oh man, it could be an octopus. Who cares?
We can go beyond human. Oh man, we can go beyond human. So,
yeah, man. We're going the way of the beast.
You know what? My running back would be a Gamorrean guard, man.
Okay, cool. Gamorrean guard.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, because those dudes are just big and they'll just pull you out the way, man.
All right. So my pick for running back, right, for our fantasy Star Wars team, right, is none other than Billy D. Williams himself.
Works every time.
Lando Calrissian. Oh, yeah. It works every time. He's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
He's fast. He's agile. He's accurate. And he's got one hell of a mustache. So yes, my pick for running back is Lando.
Works every time.
Calrissian. Hey, we got something.
I believe we have our theory.
Yeah, we got something from Lugo. Let me go ahead and read it off. So JJ had the plan, talking about Abrams. All right, he established characters early on, and we actually liked these characters. We wanted to know more about them. Snoke was such a mysterious badass. You felt for Finn. Rey was a likable character. Episode 7 was actually very good to the point. To the point where we were really looking forward to Episode 8, and everything was thrown away. Let's just be honest, right? Rian Johnson, he effed it up, and they could have, if they kept Colin Trevorrow for 8 and 9. Remember, I talked about that. I stand by that. Colin Trevorrow would have made a completely different franchise had he stuck around. Rian Johnson, sorry, out of here.
Well, and the arguments have been there for Trevorrow, and actually with there's been all kinds of stills and images and all kinds of leaks that would have come from the Trevorrow stuff that were painted a much darker picture of things that would have looked more interesting.
Yes,
without question.
Yes. More adult themes. I get it, it's for the kids and stuff like that too, but I mean, you got to give the Star Wars fans that are already our age, which, you know, or maybe a little bit older, you know, something to really enjoy and have a little nostalgia with. But
now, whether that means that there's actually going to be a Trevorrow cut, as they were to say, like what they did with the Snyder cut that's going on with HBO and Warner Brothers and DC.
Probably not.
I'm not sure if I see that happening here in this case, because I think the difference between the two is that there was a lot more in the can for the Snyder cut than there was on Trevorrow's cut.
You're right.
I think there was substantially more in the can to complete it.
I mean, of course there was. So
right. So I really think that's what stands in the way of doing a Trevorrow cut, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice, but I mean, I think there's arguments on all sides. I mean, I have my reasons why I didn't like The Rise of Skywalker. Everyone has their reasons why they didn't like Last Jedi. There's people out there that really could not stand The Force Awakens. They were turned off from 2015 already. So I think you've got it from all three areas.
Right. Well, thanks, Lugo, for that. Yeah, we are getting a Snyder cut. Anything is possible. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it just to see what it's about. They're going to release it in parts, from my understanding. Right? Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, they're going to.
No, the Snyder cut's going to be released all at once, my understanding.
Is it?
One
okay.
film.
Maybe I was reading something incorrect. I probably was. I just skimmed through a lot of this stuff. Yeah. I mean, I am interested to see it just to see what it is that they do. And of course, I get HBO Max. I don't have to pay for it. It comes with my stupid phone plan, so that's fine.
All right, let's be exclusive to Max. Yes.
Let's finish this up. So we got a kicker. We got to choose a kicker.
I thought, don't we have a tight end to go?
Well, okay, we can go tight end. That's fine. I mean,
tight end.
Yeah, we can go with tight end. I know exactly who we should go with a tight end.
Okay, well you go first since you already decided. You go first.
I mean, I know. I mean, it's got to be Chewbacca, dude. It's got to be Chewbacca. He's tall. He's strong. Right? He's like a Jason Witten, like a furry Jason Witten. Right?
Okay.
Okay, that sounded horrible.
All right. Well, I got my tight end. It wasn't even a question for me.
Okay.
Porkins.
You never even see him get up. You just see him from here to here.
Hey, that's a lot of tight ends sometimes.
And you know what? There is no better name for a Star Wars character than Porkins.
Or a tight end for that matter.
Yeah. Are you?
Picture it. You're the head coach on the sideline. Get into Porkins.
I could just imagine that. I mean, imagine if you played.
Imagine
if he was playing for the Raiders, right? And then John Gruden. You want to play football, man? You got to get it to Porkins, man. Because football, man, Porkins knows about it.
Imagine Mike Ditka complaining about Porkins.
Oh, you're just there? That guy Porkins. I don't like that guy. No.
And then you could have a guy like Bill Parcells complaining about Porkins.
Oh, just yelling and screaming and having a heart attack on the sidelines.
I got stuck with a guy on the roster named Porkins, and you guys want me to win a football game.
I loved it because Belichick is very stoic, right? I get it, but and so is Belichick. I mean, so was Parcells. But I mean, at least Parcells was just so funny because he was just way out in the left field about everything.
Yeah.
So it was that was a fun time in the Dallas Cowboys history.
All right. Well.
All right.
Better each of our tight ends.
I'm going to go with Porkins over Chewbacca.
Oh, now you're.
Yeah, man, I'm changing my pick. It's going to be Porkins. I can't go wrong with that one. All right, so who's our stupid kicker then?
Well,
who's our Martin Gramatica? Who's our Adam Vinatieri?
Well, it's a good one. Kicker's a good one, man. This is a good one.
Who's our Nick Folk? Did you see him shank one yesterday? To the right?
Oh, no, I didn't catch that. Didn't catch that.
Oh, yeah. That thing farted in the wind, went to the right. No bueno. Yeah, man. You have to pick the most annoying character. It's C-3PO, man. It's C-3PO. I don't even know why you're taking so long. I knew it was this. It's C-3PO.
Why does the kicker have to be the most annoying character?
Because I don't know. I mean, I just picture a kicker being C-3PO. Did you ever see that? Did we bring that up on our show that one time? The robot chicken where C-3PO and R2-D2 were learning Spanish?
No.
Yeah, so one of the Spanish teacher.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, the Spanish teacher was one of the. Who's the alien with the curved head that goes up that way? It makes like a J. Whatever that.
The species is an Athorian, but
it's an Athorian.
On the action figures, they called him Hammerhead.
Okay, so yeah, Hammerhead basically, right? But he's an Athorian.
An Athorian,
right? So he's a Spanish teacher, right? And then he goes, he's telling, C3, C3PO or no, 3PO, ven pa acá. All right, and then he says, ¿Cómo se llama? And then C3PO says, C3PO, and then Hammerhead says, C3PO. ¿Cómo se llama? C3PO. ¿Entendiste? C3PO. Because, he get it like, yes, 3PO. C3PO, get it? Yeah, got it. You get it, right?
It's good.
Yeah. It's just really funny. And then when R2-D2 comes up at the end, he goes, and then he goes, Arturito. I'm sorry. I get entertained by the stupidest, easiest, simplest things, everybody.
And I got to go back and check all the Robot Chickens out.
Yes, you do. It's I don't know if it was in I don't know if it was like an actual Robot Chicken episode or if it was the movies that they did. I'll let you know though. Okay, so we got C3PO for the stupid kicker. Okay, so who's going to be the flex? Who's going to be the? We
need a flex. We need a flex.
It could be a wide receiver, running back, quarterback. It can be any of those. It can be anybody. You
know what? Defense. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Just gonna throw it out there for the flex. All right. Why not?
All right.
Why not?
Okay.
Wicket.
Who?
Wicket.
Which one is that?
From Endor. Wicket.
Oh, the
Ewok.
The Ewok. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, Wicket. Ewok. Which one was he? The short one, right?
Yeah. The little Ewok. Yeah.
Yeah, the little furry guy.
Yep, okay, just throw the little guy in there as a flex. Why not?
All right. Now, okay, so defense. So we have to think big here, dude. We have to think organization, right?
Yep, organization. Absolutely.
Rebellion, Empire, First Order, New Order, First Order. The Mandalorians, Jedi. What else? What other lame faction? Inquisitors, Stormtroopers. Bad Batch. What? Bad Batch. Dude, Bad Batch.
Is that going to be defense?
Yeah. Those guys are bad. Yeah?
Interesting.
Yeah? Or who do you think?
I'm going to go with a sleeper on defense.
Okay. You got to have your sleeper.
Because your natural instincts for defense, you would think would be the Empire, First Order, even the Rebellion.
Because they were always on the defense. Except when they were on the offense.
Yeah, no kidding. If there's anyone familiar with defense, they very rarely were they ever on the offensive.
No.
But despite all that, I'm going to go with the sleeper.
Okay.
Let's say Crimson Dawn.
All right, Crimson Dawn. What is
just
that?
Why not a group of bounty hunters? As defense?
Yeah,
why not?
That's right. That's who they are. They're a group of
just a group of swindlers and bounty hunters. I mean, do it.
Yeah, that's right. So the Misfits. There you go. Well, that's kind of what the Bad Batch is. They're the Misfits. All right, so cool. So let's review. On quarterback, we got Obi-Wan Ginobili.
There you go.
Wide receiver, Aro Singh, right? And then
Aro Singh at one.
Right. And then the other wide receiver is Ben Swallow himself, Kylo Ren. Running back, you have the Gamorrean guards, right?
Yeah.
Running back, Gamorrean guard, and then my other running back is Lando.
Works every time.
Calrissian. And our stupid kicker is C-3PO. 3PO. And then our flex is a Ewok. All right.
Don't forget the tight end. Did you miss the tight end?
The tight end is Porkins. I gotta tell you, man. You like football? You want to play some football? You gotta get Porkins on your team. God, I love John Gruden. And then for defense, we got Bad Batch and Crimson Dawn. Before I go any further,
John Madden would have a field day with Porkins. Can you imagine?
Hey,
yeah, that's a football player if I ever heard. Porkins! That's right. Yeah, he's got some meat on him, Porkins.
Oh God, yes. Oh, John Madden, how we miss you. Oh man. And then
if I want a Pro Bowler at tight end, it's gonna be that guy, Porkins. That's right. That's right, Pat.
He's gonna love him like he loved Brett Favre.
Oh yeah.
And then Pat Summerall would have to calm him down a little bit.
Okay, John.
But before we get any further, I want to address some of these things that some of our viewers are saying. Yeah, we have seen The Replacements. Great movie. Keanu Reeves. Whoa. And the Irish guy is basically C-3PO. Remember that the Irish guy that was smoking before he would go on the field, and he owed like the Irish mob a bunch of money or something like that.
Dude was great.
And then John Lugo said, if Deathstroke appears in Justice League, we are getting a Batflick series. Probably, yeah. If Deathstroke does end up in there, we'll see.
They've really covered themselves because they're doing the whole. What is it? The whole Flashpoint paradox, because they're Once they're going that route, they can do whatever they want. Not that I'm saying that I'm doing it, but I'm
But it was such a fun comic series. If you actually read the whole Flashpoint paradox, it's incredible. It really is. I mean, it sets the stage for the New 52, which then they reverted back to.
Well, it made it awfully convenient for them just to
redo the whole thing.
I'll pick this actor for this person. I'll pick this actor for that one. I don't have to explain anything about continuity because we're gonna paradox it.
And,
so, I mean,
isn't that the beauty of comics? That's the beauty of it. You can do those sort of things. I love it.
Call me a little spoiled from Marvel keeping it consistent, but
yeah, but you know what, man? That was something that I don't think can be done again without saying, well, they obviously copied Marvel.
Without a whole lot of money.
Yeah, they spent a whole lot of money, and they maintained this for 10 years plus. This whole continuity.
But think about that though. Those contracts were put into place early. So now that actors have seen what that can look like, and they're going to tell the studio, hey, you want to use my likeness for the next 10 years? Oh no, you're going to have to pay me more than what you gave Robert Downey.
Yeah, exactly. And then also,
so you're right. When it may not be done again, you may very well be right.
And Chris Evans, he said in an interview that he wasn't even entirely sure that he wanted to play Captain America just because of the commitment it takes. You sign up for a bunch of movies. You have to be in incredible shape for a long time. It's not easy,
not bad.
So and that's just him. I mean, I'm sure a lot of other actors felt exactly the same way. That you sign up for this one character and you're stuck on it for a while, and even if you're like young and then your career is moving up and you're trying to do other things, you still got to do these other movies. So yeah, it becomes a dilemma, and to do something like Marvel did, I don't know if we'll see again. DC definitely could have done it, but they chose not to. They did it. They went another way.
Well, I think they made an attempt. I think they made an attempt, and that attempt ran awry, so to speak. And once it ran awry, they knew they had to fix it. And the only way to really fix it was to do this whole Flashpoint paradox, go all over the place thing, because that's pretty much what happened. It went all over the place.
And and you know what? If they do that, you make an attempt to clean it up, I'll forgive you. I don't put a whole lot of blame.
Depending on how they clean it up.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, that's okay because I'm a huge DC actual comics fan. I don't read a whole lot of the Marvel comics, but I do follow the DC ones, so I get my Jones that way. No, I have not, Lugo. I have not seen the new DC figures, but I will definitely look that up because, as I said, I'm a huge fan of DC, and I like to collect. I collect a little bit. You see the Batman back there, the Death of the Family. That's one of my favorites. The Hush series in Batman, great read. If you ever get a chance to pick it up, please do. Great read. So before we go on any longer, we have one more thing. We want to talk a little bit more about Mandalorian 2. We touch on it as much as we can.
We're gonna wrap up with this.
Yeah, we touch on it. Let me go ahead and bring up the website here. And no, I don't want notifications from Entertainment Weekly. Thank you. So yeah, this is their cover, right? So
that's not the cover. That's not the cover. But
it's not just a first look.
It's one of the photos in the inside the issue. So what Entertainment Weekly's been doing, and a whole lot of others. I mean, not just but Time and Vanity Fair and a lot of the others. There's this whole craze now when it comes to Star Wars covers in particular of doing multiple covers. I've seen as many as 5 to 6 covers done.
Sure.
And it's just, I mean, it's a brilliant money grab, you know? It's just It's brilliant. So they're coming with their annual fall preview, TV preview for the fall season. And what they're, just as last year, because of the hype, what's leading it is, once again, The Mandalorian for its second season. And The Mandalorian is going to be the feature. It's going to have 2 covers, collector's covers. One featuring just Din Djarin, and then the other will be him and the child.
Baby Yoda.
Or I could have that backwards. I think it's him and the child.
Baby Yoda.
And then the other just being the child.
It's Baby Yoda.
Or the asset.
Baby Yoda.
Or Chicky Nuggies. I mean,
Chicky Nuggies.
But as you're going through the webpage, we see some images, and these images are from the second season.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously he's back out in his full Beskar, which that's nice.
Yeah, and look at Apollo. Action Jackson, looking good, looking fly.
And of course, you have him there with
what's her name, Gina something or
other. From
the UFC
Gina
fighter.
Carano.
Gina Carano, that's right.
Yep.
From Deadpool and other fighting stuff. Well, cool. So yeah, and
so be on the lookout for shelves. It's one of those things that if you don't, it's like anything else. It's unfortunate, but it's like anything else. They treat the vultures and quote unquote scalpers and vendors out there treat this just like the figures. They'll walk into Barnes and Noble and they'll just grab a stack, and before you know it, you got nothing left. So be sure and call your retailers and get proactive on a plan to trying to get the covers, because trust me when I say this, they will go quickly. Trust me.
And I believe you. And we've had lots of conversations about all the collecting and the problems that they.
I guarantee you, Mr. Lugo, who joined us today, can testify to this. I can guarantee you that.
I'm sure. I'm sure. And and we're going to talk about that again. The whole Hasbro Plus thing. When's the Hasbro Plus event? Did it already pass?
September? No, it's coming up at the end of the month. Well, are you referring to what we talked about in the last show?
The PulseCon.
The PulseCon is taking place between September 25th and 27th, I believe, are the dates. You'd have to double check my statement here, but I want to say that those were the dates.
Okay, and we'll see what happens there, and we'll come back and we'll chat about that, because that's something that really interests me, and the way that the retail is working on that, and we'll revisit that after PulseCon and just kind of do a little breakdown. Maybe some boring business analysis of it, but I mean, we'll try to make it fun and sexy, as only the toast can. So, so hey man, we had a pretty good show. I know we started a little bit later than we said we were going to, but we got Monday Night Football tonight. We got a doubleheader. It's going to be a fun night, and try to forget all this COVID madness that's going on. So, it's just a little bit of normalcy, and that's what we try to bring you guys as much as possible, while improving our show and our production and the quality of the content that we bring you guys. But don't forget to check out Brianna at Bad Customs. She is our sponsor. She makes beautiful things, and this is all custom made. It seems like she can do anything that your imagination can put out. So definitely check her out. Her link is on the YouTube channel, on the Twitch channel, and she's on our Facebook on the All Fetts Are Off, right? Facebook?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And be sure to keep checking us out every Monday, because as we get to October, we got something in store for you guys.
Oh yeah, it's going to be big. And
I'm not letting that out right now.
Nope. But October's a big
month.
month.
As October approaches, we will let you know.
Yep, October is a big month, and this is going to kind of coincide with the Mandalorian season 2. So we got some big things coming up. Check us out. Yep. But again, thank you everybody for checking us out. Should I trade in for CA? I don't know what that. Oh, I got it. So yeah, everybody.
I can't see it.
Yeah,
so
I think I understand the question, but I'll get to him later.
Okay.
I appreciate everybody checking us out. Everybody have fun with some Monday Night Football. Stay safe out there. Brian, you got anything for the All Fetts Are Off universe out there?
Again, be safe, be kind to each other, and we're gonna yub nub out of here.
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna yub nub out of here if I can find it. Okay, so yeah, everybody stay safe. Check us out next Monday. Stay tuned to our Facebook feed. We kind of play the football season just kind of as the games come up, and we'll let you know what time we're coming on. But thanks a lot, folks. Have a good one.